Hey, today I'd like to talk to you about e-commerce benchmarks. Those are the numbers that you'll see coming from research that aggregates a lot of data from a lot of stores, and they will give you things like an average conversion rate, an average order value, things like add to cart ratios, all those kind of things. And why I think they're valuable is when you start working with a new client, or if you start working on a new project, or if you've got your own store and you'd like to make some projections, mainly, okay, how many visitors do I need to have a certain amount of revenue? All those things to use in your model. Sometimes you're just gonna go and guess what certain numbers need to be. Okay, I know the average conversion rate is 2%. Okay, let me take half of that. Let me take 1%. Okay, I know the average order value should be X. So okay, I'm going to use that in my model, and immediately it will give you a more realistic view of what's possible without being too optimistic, because in the beginning, if you're building a model and it shows that you're like making a lot of revenue, turning a lot of profit, but if those numbers turn out to be false in the end, or not reliable, well, your whole model will collapse. And that probably won't end well for your store. So over these last couple of years, I've been using a lot of these benchmarks when talking to new clients, when setting expectations, also knowing what numbers we need to hit if we're doing new things, or maybe we don't need to hit the numbers, but it gives us a target to aim for. So I've had this collection of metrics, and I decided to publish it as well, so it's accessible to you guys. Today it has about 20 metrics, going all the way from where do e-commerce stores get their traffic from, where do they get which traffic converts best, how the traffic is split between mobile, desktop, and tablets. What are some averages for on-page engagements? How many pages per session do you have? What's a typical bounce rate? As I said, average order value, conversion rates, and I want to close off by something that I find the most fascinating. I'll link to the post below, but this research did a study of the average conversion rates of an average store and of the 10% best performing stores. And if you compare the results for the top 10% are about 3 times that of the average store. So it's it managed to convert 3 times as many visitors to customers than an average store, and that has huge implications for things like to make other marketing channels work. So let's say you're on Google AdWords and you end up paying. It doesn't matter what you're paying, but you end up bringing people to your site and they convert at 1.5%, and your competitor converts people at 3.5%. Well, they will be able to afford to spend a lot more for each click. And from the outside, you might think like, oh, why are they paying so much for each click? Is because they've got the back end, they have the conversion, they have their site working for them. So that's just one of the research points that I find really fascinating. So if you're looking for e-commerce data and some benchmarks to put your efforts against, check the link below, and let me know what you found in the comments.